Hey everyone, it's Sunday, about 9 at night, and uh, this is kind of just a video. I'm gonna talk about my story. Um, a lot of people have been asking, like, how did you first find out, what happened, all that stuff. So, as much detail as I can provide right now, just off the top of my head. Here we go. So basically, just a freshman in college. Was my first semester. I was 18, just going through, living a normal life. Now that I look back on it, I was always tired a lot, which is a symptom of Hodgkin's. Basically, one day, my mom and my brother came up to see me at school, and we were driving around. We were driving back to my dorm, actually, and I itched my ear, and I kind of did this thing, and felt a bump right above my collarbone, and I had never felt it before, so I kind of freaked out a little in the car. I was like, what the hell is this? And I showed my mom. She's like, oh, well, in a week, if it's still there, just let me know. It could just be swollen gland or something. So didn't freak out right away. All that week, basically, I just felt the bump because I had the mystery bump. I didn't know what it was. I just went about class as usual and stuff. And that next weekend was Halloween weekend, 2010, and that's when I was riding to another college to see some of my friends, and I was feeling it in the car. I was feeling this bump, and I was just like, this is getting bigger. This is not going down. This is definitely getting bigger. I made my boyfriend at the time feel it, and I was like, I'm not crazy, am I? Like, I'm not overreacting. And he's like, no, go, you need to call your mom, and you need to have her pick you up because you need to go to the doctor. So that next day, my mom came and picked me up. We went back to my hometown and went to the doctor, and basically the doctor here just said, you're not going back to school Monday. You need to stay here and see an oncologist. And 18, oh my god, hearing those words just scared the crap out of me. For the longest time, I denied it. Up until I was actually diagnosed, I denied it. I was like, oh no, it could just be benign, and obviously it's a tumor, but it could just be benign, all that stuff. But yeah, so that Monday I went and saw the doctor, and yeah, that was so scary. It was shocking. It was just kind of surreal. I didn't really believe this was happening. I thought it was all a dream. There's no way that was my reality, that I was going to an oncologist's office. But basically, the next few weeks was testing. I did a CAT scan, a PET scan. I had the biopsy surgery. I had to get the port put in. I had to just do a bunch of blood work. I got poked with so many needles the next 2 or 3 weeks. It was ridiculous. So yeah, if I tried to make a timeline of those 2 weeks from Halloween until November 18th, which is when I was finally diagnosed, I could not put anything in order. I really couldn't. It was such a whirlwind, those 2 weeks were. But so November 18th comes. I will never forget that date because it's the day they told me I had stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I don't know. It wasn't like I was breaking down crying. I didn't break down and cry when the doctor confirmed it. I was more curious as to what this was, and how I was gonna beat it, what my odds were. I was just intrigued. I wasn't intrigued, but I just wanted to know all the information right then and there, and I wanted to know I'm gonna be okay and all this stuff, and know what the plan of action was right there and all that stuff. And yeah, I didn't react negatively, I guess. But I do remember right before I got diagnosed, they were saying, this could be Hodgkin's and stuff. They'd never confirmed it, but I went, pretty much the first thing I did was Googled it and scared myself shitless. I scared myself so much when I Googled, and oh man, I still haven't recovered for some of the horror stories, like the scary stories of people dying, relapsing, and all that stuff. But that, if you have a medical condition, don't. I mean, yeah, go look up your sources. Just don't scare yourself like I did. But basically, I waited. I made the doctors and everyone like wait until my semester was over to start chemo. I started chemo December 20th, 2010. It was like the first Monday of my winter break, and yeah, I don't know. I was in a serious state of depression for a while. Probably all of December, really. My birthday is December 27th, so a week after chemo, I turned 19. It wasn't fun. Like I don't know. I don't know. Um it, I was very low at that point because, like I said, I scared myself with Google and stuff and finding people's stories about people not surviving and all that. It's hard to focus on the positive, like with so much negative and stuff. I don't know. But my mom, like, she called my friends and was like, you need to come over here and you need to cheer up Lauren because she's just not doing well. I was in a very dark place. I didn't know if I was going to live past 19. I didn't know what my future was going to be. I didn't know anything. It wasn't until one night when basically I just let go of all my fears. This night was very life-changing. I can't believe I don't know the date of this night, but that night changed my life, and I just let go of insecurities and fears and stuff, and I believed that I was going to beat this. And ever since then, I've been the spunky Lauren that you all see on YouTube. I have basically just decided, screw cancer. I'm just going to be myself, and I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to live it out completely. And since then, you guys see it, and I've been fine. I've been doing awesome and kicking its ass. So that's my story. I don't really know what other details you guys would like, but feel free to ask. And that's the story of my diagnosis.